Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I got a really good comment, and the comment came from someone that got a bone to pick, and so it was an attack kind of comment, but he raised some good, I thought, good questions, even though I know it was he was setting me up. I realized that. I responded to all of them in writing, and he didn't respond. He's one of these kind that just ask a question looking to, give me a hard time. So, but I still responded to him, and they were good questions, and they deserve an honest answer, and but that's what I'm going to be talking about, and it's going to be a series of videos because it was such a good question or good comment. Before I answer the question, let me let you know, I got a follow. He did follow up with another after I answered my questions. He did follow up, and he followed up, and he says he trained police for 20 years, and let's see that's what he did, and the rest of the stuff was all attacks on me. That's everything. That's when I adios. That's when I realized that when a comment or an email is not really looking to benefit anybody, what they do is they attack me. They do a personal attack on me personally. So that's when I realized that's really worthless. But it was some good questions, and these are what I'm going to be answering. What was funny is, like I say, he was really good on doing the attacks. So one thing that I've learned, most of the time the ones that do personal attacks don't put their names. There's no name on them. And also, when you go see their YouTube site, they don't have anything to post. They don't post anything. So I'm starting to wonder if these people are just agitators. Yeah, that's what they do. And so so that's why I really don't pay no mind to them. But like I say, he got, I thought, was some reasonable questions, no matter what. One of the questions that this guy asked me was, why do I hate police? And why? He says the percentage of bad cops are small. So why don't I highlight the good cops? Why don't I talk more about the good cops? Okay, and so this one question I want to reply to right now. The thing is, I think it's funny. Police, I don't hate police. Like I say, I see many police when I go to the United States. I talk to them. They come to my seminars. I have meetings with them, personal, one-on-one meetings. They are always open and honest. Always. The ones that I see. And the thing that's funny is, and the guy said that I must have tried to be a cop and I didn't have what it took to be a cop. And so he's kind of half right on that. I've told the story about, see, when I was running around with the police, we trained when you're running around with the police, on the job training. And I could see when I was running around with him, I don't know how long I ran around with him, but one thing I realized, the police, of all of the occupations, the police have to have high, strong morals. And when they don't, because they're in a position of power. See, so that's why they have to have strong morals. And strong morals doesn't mean the letter of the law. The morals means knowing the right thing and doing the right thing. And when I was running around with them, it was shortly after I came back from Vietnam, and we looked for bad guys. So, and that's what they did. That's everything they did, was looking for bad guys. And the good people, we served the good people, we put bad people in jail. And so I could see the goodness and the morals of the police at that time. They're called peace officers. And so I know and understand how good police are supposed to be. And you're talking about a small percentage that are bad police. And he's correct, absolutely correct. The problem is when you are a good policeman and you know that guy is not, you don't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. You lose your job. So in other words, trying to weed out the bad cops is difficult. Now, there's times, even I mean, seldom do I have bad encounters with police. Like I say, I like them. I get along. I know what's going on, and I don't do anything wrong. So no big deal. But there has been times when I've seen cops act inappropriate. And the worst part about a cop not being a good cop, the worst part about it is the other cops that are around and they see and hear this policeman acting inappropriate. They don't take him to the side and correct him. They don't. My experience has been they don't take him to the side, and that's what. And I told you what I do when I cross paths with a cop that doesn't have strong morals, and he starts acting inappropriate. I ask for his supervisor, and I've been known to get up as many as 5 supervisors before I found someone that had good high morals. Now, I'm not saying it got me out of a ticket. I'm not saying that. Even though the time with the 5 supervisors, I didn't get no ticket. But like I said, I didn't do nothing wrong. But I say they get an attitude, and as long as they don't get that attitude and they have high morals, we have no problems. So. And it was funny because when the guy told me he did 5 years of this, or 20 years of teaching, I also, before that, I told him, in the last 40 years, I have seen the police, law enforcement, that's what they're called now, because they enforce the law, I have seen more, not only criminal activity from the police, but I've seen immoral and improper police activities. It's in the last 40 years. It's worse now than what it was 40 years ago. And I asked him what it was that he teaches, and if that is one of these things that he's proud of himself that that's what he teaches. I don't know. That's what I was asking. He didn't respond. Like I say, he didn't respond to any of the questions I asked. You know, so he asked all these questions. I'm answering. Not only I wrote and answered, but I'm giving video response to it. He answered none of my questions. That also leads me to believe he's just a troublemaker, and that's it. So, but now, do I believe? Am I a cop hater? No. I do believe good policemen have the highest morals than any other occupation. I made a video talking about, does your occupation have you put your morals to the side? And like I say, the police does. Now, I know it's one thing, just talking about the police and doing the morally right thing. It's kind of funny because when I was in the Marines at 18 years old, we had to learn all the orders that we have to do and stuff like that. And one of them is we have to obey orders, direct orders. And one thing we were taught is you don't have to obey immoral orders. Immoral orders you do not have to obey. Why did they say that to the Marines? And this was back in 68 or 67 when I went in. Buenas noches. Okay. And so why would they say you don't have to obey immoral orders? Why would they say that? Because the Nazis used that for an excuse for killing the Jews. Well, I was ordered to do that. I'm not guilty. I was ordered to do it. And it didn't work for them. So that's why the military, the Marines anyway, told us we are under no obligation to follow immoral orders. So, and I would say I applied that. I applied that logic to law enforcement and police. I still say the same thing. And I've pretty much lived my life since that. I've lived my life that same way. I try to stay morally correct. And I sure don't ask anybody else to do anything that would be questionable to their morals. But what I say, as I get older, my morals have got stronger. So, but that is the reason why. When your morals get stronger, it's easier to tell what is right and wrong. That's why the military and a lot of your police, when they're young, their morals are not well formed. So that's why you can give them an order and they will do the orders, such as go pick up your firearms. People with limited morals would realize, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go take everybody's firearms, or do whatever they're going to do. Anything that's immoral, when they're young, their morals aren't formed, so they'll do whatever they want. That's why the younger ones are in. But anyway, I wanted to let you know I'm going to be answering some more questions. This is Mike. NoStressMike. I want to make sure you know my name, because I back up what I talk about. Thank you.